Let's talk about top four chasing Chelsea against relegation-threatened Leicester next. Blues boss Enzo Maresca is looking for consistency after just 3 wins from their last 11 league games.
From now on, every game is important because in case you win, you can, build momentum and you can see yourself top 4, top 5 Champions League spot. And in case you don't win, probably you don't see yourself there in the top 4, top 5, but it's just how manage, the emotions until the end. The overall call is fine. He's happy. He knows that he struggled to score goals in this moment, but he also is aware that it's something normal that during a season can happen.
I think the right approach is how to approach the mental part. That is key. Because if you want to get the wins that are necessary, you have to not avoid losing. And I understand that within this situation, it's a big part of it.
Ruud van Nistelrooy West Ham in his assessment of his players and kind of the fight that they showed in the first half versus the second half. Are you feeling like they are doomed?
They are as dead as fried chicken. I'm telling you, they are not going to be staying in the Premier League. They can't score goals, they can't defend, their appetite is all over the place and not in a good way. I could be diplomatic, but everybody has seen the evidence of their own eyes. They are taken apart week after week. He's made them worse rather than better. And it's hard to say all of this because the elementary errors that you're seeing there, you have to say, at this level, we shouldn't be seeing them. And there is a reason why they are where they are. They might get lucky in so much as Chelsea's defensive record is poor. I think they've only kept clean sheets since September, and their goals have dried up as well. But this Leicester side are poor. And I think, we can't patronise them by saying nice things when the evidence, as Tim will tell you, is there for all to see.
No, they're done. They're done. They're looking at the Championship along with Southampton. I think the only team who have been competitive is Ipswich, who have been foot to the metal all season, been playing 100% to their best ability, and they're still not good enough. That's Ipswich, and they can be a threat to a lot of teams on the competitive nature. These two sides in recent months has been so bad, and then you might have to look at. If you're the chairman of them clubs, you might have to think, well, perhaps it's not the manager, because you change the manager and the fortunes haven't changed at both of them football clubs, and you might have to look at your recruitment guy and say, might be these players.
You reminded us earlier that you're a Cole Palmer fan. The goals have dried up a bit for him.
Who?
Cole Palmer.
Cole Palmer, yeah.
That's show business.
What is going on? We need an explainer.
Nothing wrong with Cole Palmer. I think the support act hasn't been there for him. I don't think they've been great. Oh, he missed a few chances recently, which you would expect him to score. But every player has a dip, and Cole's having his one. I mean, he's been absolutely sensational for them. I still think he's a world-class performer. But this is uncharacteristic for him, and I just think it is that dip. It is I wouldn't say lack of confidence, because he looks to me like a kid who doesn't lack confidence, but certainly he would love to have a few goals, and I wouldn't put it past him scoring this weekend and putting it all to bed, and they've got a lot to play for between now and the end of the season, Chelsea. They really have. I think they win the Europa Conference League. I mean, they should win that. And they have to qualify for the Champions League next year, which I say they will, instead of Nottingham Forest.
Do you know when you said who, you made me question if I'd said the right name?
Oh, you did.
I didn't hear you, sorry.
Oh, I've been sitting here questioning myself the whole time you were giving that answer.
There's only one culprit.
Anyway, when we come back, we home in on Anfield. We're
that match, but have you had any fresh setbacks in terms of injuries, and how are the injured players coming along?
Yeah, Wes is training with us already more than 10 days, so he's back. Benoit also is back, and Romeo start to work with us. That is a good news. He's still far from be fit 100%, but he start to work with us. And the rest, they are still out. Nicolas, Mark, and Aaron.
How is Nico? You just mentioned him. How is he coming along? Because he posted...
Noni.
And Nani, of course, yeah. I mean, how is Nico coming along in particular? Because he posted a picture of himself in the Chelsea gym, I think it was this week. Do you envision that he could be back earlier than expected?
He start running outside, he start to do something outside also, but I think the program is still the same in terms of probably after the international break.
And your last game was, of course, a week ago. How have you been able to use that time with the players? Were you able to give them any time off? And did you yourself have any time off?
Yeah, we had some days off that after a difficult run, many games, we need that just to recover a little bit the energy. And now we are again to go. We are ready to go again.
It was back to winning ways against Southampton a week ago. You now face Leicester City on the weekend, who have lost their last 4 in the Premier League. How important is it to try and gain that consistency back? How big an opportunity is this match with them facing, that battle of relegation, to try and get that consistency back from your point of view?
Yeah, but from now on, they are all important games. So yeah, for sure, the first one is Leicester. We are focused on Leicester 100%. But then after this, we have 10 more. The important thing is that we realize and we understand, as I said, that from now on, every game is important, because in case you win, you can, build momentum and you can see yourself top 4, top 5 Champions League spot. And in case you don't win, probably you don't see yourself there in the top 4, top 5, but it's just how manage, the emotions until the end.
In terms of Leicester, I mentioned their recent run, of course, 4 losses in a row. You did beat them in the reverse fixture. Their last win did come on the road, and that was away to Spurs. So how dangerous of opponents does it make them, the fact that they're desperate to try and get back to winning ways?
No, they are. Every team, I think every club is playing for some target. The ones that they are playing for relegation, they are desperate. The one that we are playing for a European spot, we are desperate. The one that they are playing for title, they are desperate. So from now on, every game is important. Every game counts a lot, and hopefully we can continue to get to win games.
And how well do you know Ruud, and what have you made of the job he's done in a really difficult situation at your former club, Leicester?
No, yeah, I really support Ruud, first of all because he's a friend of mine, and then because, he's there. I think he's trying to do his best, and all the best. We know that it's difficult anyway.
In terms of your team and focusing on your team, I wanted to ask about Cole Palmer, because last week he won the Premier League Player of the Year award at the London Football Awards, and I think he got Goal of the Season award as well. Of course, we haven't seen him score in the last 6 Premier League matches. He is still creating plenty of chances, though, for his teammates. But in terms of this last section of the season and how important it is for Chelsea to achieve your aims, how important do you feel it will be to try and get him back to goal-scoring ways and to try to get back to creating those chances and more chances for the players?
Yeah, for sure. When you score a goal, you are probably more happy, also because your goals help the team to win. But overall, Cole is fine. He's happy. He knows that he struggled to score goals in this moment, but he also is aware that it's something normal that during a season can happen.
Do you feel it's something that affects him in terms of his confidence if he hasn't scored or hasn't assisted?
No, to be honest, watching him during the training session in this day, you don't think that is affecting him, because he's fantastic. So it's just he knows, he's aware that it's something normal.
And finally, from me, in terms of the collective, you've had a couple of players playing out of position. We saw Pedro playing up front, Christopher on the left. We've seen Reece play in midfield. So how do you feel your team is functioning with certain players playing out of position? How are they developing in those roles?
Yeah, fantastic. They are improving a lot, and they are learning how to play in different positions. As you said, these are just 3 of them, but we have more players that they play in different positions. I think it's important to understand the game more than the position, and they are all improving a lot.
Enzo, appreciate it.